Geometry is something we have been exposed to as little children. For example, in the jungle gyms we played on, here's a jungle gym that I used to play on in kids' schooling and lacrosse. Note that we have circles going on, rectangles, lots of little rectangles, triangles, all to create dynamic shapes. Some types of triangles, 3 that we're going to be looking at, would be equilateral, isosceles, and scalene. Note that all the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Equilateral triangles have 3 congruent sides and 3 equal angles. Since all those angles have to be equal and add up to 180, they are 60 degrees. Isosceles triangles have 2 congruent sides, meaning equal sides, and 2 equal angles. So you can see that our 2 congruent sides would be here. Opposite those are the equal angles. And a scalene triangle has no sides that are equal and no equal angles. A right triangle always has a 90-degree angle, which in this case is shown there. It has 2 legs that are not the hypotenuse, which form the right angle. We consider that leg A and leg B. And the hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle, and it's always the longest side of the triangle. 2 key terms when looking at angles are the ideas of supplementary angles and complementary angles. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees and form a straight line. In this example, we do not know the 2 angle measurements, but we can use an equation to find those angle measurements. Y plus 2y minus 30 equals 180. I'm going to combine like terms to say that 3y minus 30 equals 180. Adding 30 to both sides, I see that 3y equals 210 degrees. And dividing by 3, I find that y equals 70 degrees. So 70 degrees would be the angle measure for one angle, and 2 times 70 minus 30, or 140 minus 30, 110 degrees, is the angle measure for the second angle. Double checking our answer, 70 plus 110 equals 180. Complementary angles add up to 90 degrees. Here, we again do not know our angle measures, but we have created an equation to find x. X plus 30 equals 90. I then can rewrite that saying that 2x plus 30 equals 90. Subtracting 30 from both sides, I have 2x equals 60, and dividing by 2, I see that x equals 30 degrees. If x equals 30 degrees, then one angle measurement is 30 degrees, the other angle measurement is 60 degrees, and 30 plus 60 equals 90 degrees. Area. The area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. And rectangles, the area is length times width. Now sometimes we need to be a little clever. For example, in our bottom image, we need to break this up into 2 rectangles. I'm going to break this up into 2 rectangles like so. Where my first rectangle then, that's jutting out, has a length of 6 centimeters and a width of 2 centimeters. So I know the area of that would be 12 centimeters squared. I know the length of my next triangle is 9 centimeters, but I need to find this width. Well, if this piece right here is 6 centimeters, then what's left over from the total of 10 would be 4 centimeters. So 9 times 4 is 36 centimeters squared. Now, adding my 2 triangles together, I see that the total area of this shape would equal 48 centimeters squared. In circles, we know that the radius is the measurement of the distance from the center of any circle to a point on the outside edge or the circumference. The diameter is the measurement of the straight line passing from side to side. Important formulas to note to be that the area equals pi times radius squared. And pi we can approximate as 3.1415. But note that it is an irrational number that continues on with no set pattern and no stopping point. Our circumference then, or the perimeter or outer edge of the circle, is pi times diameter, or 2 pi r. So our question asks, how could we find the area of the circle if we knew that the area of the square was 64 inches? Well, with the area of the square, we know that the lengths of the two sides are the same. So the area equals length times length. The area equals length squared. If we know our area then is 64, then one side length would have to be 8 inches. Given that this side length is 8 inches, we would also know then that the diameter of the circle would be 8 inches. And if we want to find the area equals pi times our radius squared. If the diameter is 8 inches, the radius is half of that, or 4 inches. Squaring 4 inches then, we get that the area of our circle would be radius squared, 4 squared, or 16 times pi.